All right, so sorry guys, just had to go and open up some options so you could see me zooming in and zooming out. Anyways, go into your layers, and like we always do, let's just zoom in there. You can rename your layer to whatever. I like to double click, oops, and usually a lock and dim, and you may have your own preferences, but that will give you those options. Now, if you don't want to have those areas dim, it's really simple. Just create a new layer. You can call this your drawing layer, your type layer, or whatever. And you could actually bring, let's just unlock that bottom layer. I'm going to shift select, and I'm going to just drag this blue dot up. That brings those shapes active into the next layer. I will go back and lock the bottom layer. So now we can see these nice and bright, but we can still draw over top of the original. So let's go in and draw that. Now we're going to exaggerate this just a little bit, just to keep the original shape or the effect in mind. So this, what you're looking at, is really 2 or 3 main parts with some little mini subparts happening. So here's what you do. Alright, so I'm going to just define this outline, and again I usually create shapes or outline shapes with no fill just so I can see what's happening. And again, you can exaggerate a little bit with this because everyone will be unique. Your customer might have another shape in mind, or creating your own version of it gives it that unique style. So what I did there, and I'm just going to toggle back and forth between my preview mode, which is also up here in outline, and I'm going to create this bottom shape. Now I'm not going to connect these two shapes. So I am going to leave a little bit of a gap, and we can close that space up later. And I'm going to actually round the edges and make it a little bit thicker on the bottom. So we've got something to work with. I'm not going to worry about those little grooves. Just want to follow that basic contour. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Now, I can go in and create smaller shapes. I'll do that in a bit. Let's just do the Nike swooshy symbol. Now, if you're not too great with the pen tool, like I say, you can always work in the pencil tool for beginners. Let's just try that. I'm not very good with the pencil tool because, well, I mean, I just don't like the way it produces kind of uneven shapes. So you can see that that just doesn't look like the original shape. So I'm actually going to go back to the pen tool and show you the difference. Now, if it's painful to use the pen tool, you will get better over time. So give yourself practice. And what I love about the pen tool is you can really customize your shapes, your lines. You can undo, you can go back, and you can define each point. You can go back to the direct selection tool, you can drag a point over, you can modify the Beziers, so it's really a nice tool to get to know. So there's your basic shape. I can hide my bottom layer, and now we can start adding some typographic words. So let me go and find some words related to this shoe, or Air Jordan, or Michael Jordan.